Spit to the beat. Podcast. It's all about inside the music industry.
Nobody do it better. And welcome to Spit to the Beat podcast. I'm your host, Stacey, aka Be Unstoppable Prayer. And today we are virtually live in the studio. Look, we are live on Facebook right now. Stacey Be Unstoppable Prayer, Stacey Spit to the Beat Prayer. Also, go on my YouTube channel at Spit to the Beat, log in, subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell. Look, I got a very special guest in the studio with me virtually, and I'm super excited to have him and honored to have him as a guest in 2024 on Spit to the Beat podcast. Look, you are joining me live right now on Facebook, or go to my YouTube channel, log in, and you can definitely watch this broadcast as we speak. Log in at YouTube, Spit to the Beat. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell. Look, thank you for, hey, we are in the year 2024. I want to talk to you just for a second before I bring my guest on. Look, I need your support. If you'd like to be a sponsor, I would love for you to be a sponsor and a supporter of my podcast as I continue to grow and be consistent as I am now. Go to my website at www.spit2dabeat.com and hit that support tab and become a supporter for the year 2024. Or you can also cash app me anytime at $ Stacey, Stacey, Puryear, Puryear. Give me a call if you need to at 901-341-6777. And now, without further ado, I just met this gentleman. We're going to get into the conversation. I don't want to take everything away from what we're going to talk about today. So joining with me without further ado is Mr. Arrington Foster. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. Arrington. There you go.
Arrington Foster.
Yeah.
How you doing? Good.
I'm great, man.
He's in California in some nice weather while we here in Memphis freezing.
It's very sunny and warm out here. I'm very
as
grateful
they always said in California. How you enjoying your stay out there while you filming?
Man, it's beautiful. We're currently in production for season 5. We're almost there. We're almost wrapped up. So you guys just hold on tight. Be on the lookout. It's coming back.
Okay. Look, let's jump right into it. Tell my audience a little bit about yourself. I know about you as much as far as watching you on BET, but can you give us a little background about who you are?
Absolutely. I'm from Maryland originally, PG County, DMV. What's up? And just a kid that had big dreams. I always had support from my family, whether it came to performing in the arts as a kid. And after college, I decided I wanted to try this thing called the film and TV business. So I packed up my stuff and I went to Los Angeles in 2015. It's been about almost 6. Well, yeah, we're coming on 8 years, almost 9. Just the grind and the hustle, and got the pleasure, the opportunity to get with the family business, which is now not just a BET Plus show, but we've also had our first 4 seasons be put on Netflix, which has made the show even bigger. And so I'm super grateful. I play Rio Duncan. He's one of the twins causing havoc on the show. And it's a dream come true. I'm blessed to be with such a heavy hitter cast, and we just have fun.
So playing with Rio Duncan on the hit TV show, The Family Business, I'm an avid watcher of it. I've been watching it since season 1. Along with my wife, we watch it. So we definitely in tune to what's going on. And I know that y'all had took a little hiatus because of the pandemic and everything. So we was anxious sitting on our seat waiting, when is the next episode is coming?
You know what? We have the best fans because, we've really gone through it from, surviving a pandemic to then filming seasons 2, 3, and 4 in the pandemic. On top of then we were we were, on a writer's strike last year, and then the SAG strike that took us out for 4 months, but we're still back. And so I feel like we're like the little engine that could. We keep coming, and y'all keep supporting every time we come out, and so we really appreciate it.
Well, you got a very huge fan base here in Memphis, Tennessee.
I love it. I was just there. Shout outs to
Yeah, you
Miriam.
was you was back here in October and you received the Stump Iconic Award or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah, best
tell
supporting
us about
cast
that.
member. Listen, Memphis, I loved y'all. I had so much fun. I'm ready to go back. So, let's figure this out so we can be in
You might
person.
want to we might want to come back when it's a little warmer though.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. We're gonna wait till it's a little warmer because I don't like the cold. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you received the award, the Stump the City Icon Award. How was that here you received
Oh
here in Memphis?
man. It was a blessing. I mean, I think, I was just asked to just, be in the presence for the award show. Shout outs to my castmates, Darren Henson and Lisa Ray, who were hosting it and asked me to come. I had no idea I was going to be given an award. So, and that's my first award. So, I'm looking at the EGOT one day, but I'm like, listen, I'm going to put a pat on my back for getting my first award and in Memphis. And so that's a memory that I'll always cherish for sure. It felt great.
That's great. Look, another question. Working with the cast on the
Mhm.
family business. I mean, you working with some legendary people that I myself have grown up to watch and to their career just explode with Lisa Ray, one of my favorite, Bernadette stands
Oh my
from
gosh.
Good Times, who I literally growed up watching Thelma. And
Thelma.
right, that's how far I'm back. I may be telling my age.
It's okay. That's okay.
But that's the era that we grew up in. So working with all those type of actors and actors, how did you feel on the set being around them?
Oh my goodness. I mean, like you, I watched these, legends growing up too. So I remember when we shot the pilot, I was a little nervous, but I was definitely very excited. And I feel like everyone kind of just embraced me. This is my first series regular, this is my first TV show. So to come in and feel so accepted from all these people that have been in the industry for 10, 20, 30 plus years, it felt really good. I felt very much protected. And since then, I can call everyone a friend on and off screen. And so it's like a master class coming to work. I get to, we're not one of those sets where we just, I do my thing and I go to my trailer. Like I'll sit there and if I'm on set that same day, I'll watch, Valerie or like Ernie, or Clifton or Miguel. Like I watch them and I learn so much from them. So it's been
So
great.
they've been definitely been giving you the support that you need, being that this is your first TV show and
Absolutely.
acting around them. So I know you I know you just soaked up so much.
Oh yeah, I'm a sponge. I'm soaking it all up. Yeah.
Right. Hey, that's just gonna only make you even greater. So tell us a little bit about when is season 5 released? Has it been released yet?
We don't have a release date yet. We are
Okay.
finishing up. And so I don't want to put a false date out there, but later this year, season 5 will probably come out. So when we do have the release date, I'm gonna definitely put it on all my socials for sure.
Great, great, great. Hey, hold time. We'll take a quick break and we're gonna come back and talk a little bit more. Okay.
Sounds good.
You're listening to Spit to the Beat podcast with your host, the one, the only Stacy B. Unstoppable Per Year.
Hey, this is Stacy, aka Beat Unstoppable Per Year with Spit to the Beat podcast. Would you like to be my guest if you're a singer, songwriter, musician, producer, or promoter? Give me a call at 901-341-6777 or email me at myguest@spittothebeat.com. And we're back to Spit to the Beat podcast. I'm your host, Stacey, aka Beat Unstoppable Per Year, and joining me in the virtual studio is Arrington Foster he's where he living right now temporarily in LA, but he resides in Atlanta, correct?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Good, good. Oh, hey, one of your iconic you have talked about it so much, I'm sure you have the hair that you
Mhm.
portray on the family business, all the
Mhm.
different styles that it was like you was coming back with one every week. How was
Yeah.
that process?
Man, so y'all getting just the natural right now.
Yeah.
Carl Weber had an amazing book series that this show is based off of. And so going into it, I knew the character of Rio, he was different. He had like all the flamboyant clothing and just a different personality than I think some of the other family members in the show. And so it was actually just I think Carl came to me one day before we shot the pilot and was like, we need to like do something, like maybe like change his hair color or something like that. He was like, would you be open to doing that? And I was like, yeah, why not? Let's do it. And it kind of just stuck and it became part of who Rio is as a character. And so now it's like the fans love it. Like they're just wanting to know what color they're gonna get next. Cause I don't feel like it was ever, we had like Cisco and Dennis Rodman, but we never had, like so many different colors on a black TV show, and so I'm just grateful that I've been able to, shout outs to the hair and the glam squad. We've just been able to do some amazing colors and still, recycling the favorites that people like, but then also coming up with new stuff. And so it's really cool. It's exciting. I would never do it in real life, but but it's fun to play, and then I can just, wash it out at the end of the day.
I mean, man, yeah, you was coming with those colors. Everybody like, oh, we couldn't wait till next week, to next week, the
Mhm.
next week. You
Every
was
scene, you never
bringing
know what you're gonna see.
exactly. Hey, you playing your character role. How did you come about being Rio Duncan? How did that process? I know you said you talked to Carl about a role, but how did you felt going into that role?
Yeah, I mean, before that, I just had a heavy theater career and coming to LA, I pretty much had to start at ground zero. I think that I, like most other actors coming here, you do the background, you go to class, you get the headshots, you get hundreds and thousands of no's and rejections, having side hustle jobs, I used to valet at a hotel for years. And I think that it's God's timing, just being at the right place at the right time. I ended up networking, and I used to. I don't tell this story often, but I was actually at this spot called Zen Lounge in Studio
Okay.
City, and that was Tisha Campbell and Dwayne Martin's old club. And so I went there, just out and about, and I ended up being introduced to Trey Haley, the director of the show, through a friend of mine, and we just chopped it up, had a good conversation, and I didn't think anything of it, but timing and everything just allowed itself for him to reach out to me months later and was like, hey, I think I have a project that I'm working on that I really would love for you to be a part of, and would you come and audition for me? And I said, absolutely. So I
Yeah,
didn't know that it was going to turn into 5 seasons later. Here we are, but I mean, I'm just grateful to God that it happened, and it was for me, so it worked out.
and God's timing, that's how it works. Definitely. I mean, for most people to go out to California and to look for a film career or a theater career, is it hard going out to California to making that happen? How was that for you, making that major leap?
No, it was definitely hard. I'm born and raised on the East Coast. All my family is from Maryland to Massachusetts to Florida. I got so many people over there. I didn't have anybody in California. It was definitely scary at first, but I just believed in myself, and I always tried to stay around positive people, and try to emulate, because there's no one right way to get into this business. You kind of just figure it out. And but I'm grateful that I made the move, because I don't think I would be where I am if I didn't take that leap. So I always encourage young actors, if you feel like you're in a small town or whatever and you want to, do this business, don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone, you know. So
Definitely, and that was leading right into my next question. What would be your advice to give to young, inspiring actors and actors who want to get into that industry and how?
absolutely. Yeah, make sure that if this is what you really want to do, take it seriously. I always think class is the most important thing, because you want to know how what you're doing. um, you know,
Right.
I feel like all the greats come from theater. So if you're just, trying to figure out how do I channel this energy, how do I get started, theater was my place. It's not for everybody, but if it's for you, to hone in on your skills, do that, and then know who you are. Know what your morals are, what you will do and what you won't do. Make sure that you have a good foundation, people that are like going to lift you up, because this business can be so difficult and you got to have a tough skin. So, just find a mentor if you can, or see how some people that you may admire, how they kind of navigate it, and try to emulate that, but in your own way. And just never give up. That's that's the big thing. You just can
Right.
never give up, because you never know what can happen.
Right. And like you said just a minute ago, we know how cutthroat this industry can be, and it can really deter people that's really ambitious, whether they're trying to get their foothold into the door, and then they just get turned away because of one person said one thing or this and that. And having that tough skin, like you just said, you got to keep fighting
Yeah,
to
you
get
got
through.
to.
Yeah. And you survived 5 seasons in
And
feminine
hopefully
50.
more.
Right. Hey, on and on. It's a great show, might I add. It's a
Yeah.
great show. And I'm constantly watching and thrilled about each scene every week. Is there anything you can tell us, a little secret part or what we expect from Rio Duncan in
Mm.
season 5? Can you spill a little bit?
I could spill a little tea, little tea.
Okay.
Well, I'll say this. I feel like, season 4 ended with a lot of unanswered questions. And so I feel like season 5, all will be revealed. There will be a lot of twists and turns, and some old faces, some new faces. And I think the fans will be, my Rio Duncan fans will be really happy to know that they're gonna see a lot more of me in this season. And I know the fans have been wanting, they've been wanting. I'm listening, like, I'm not the writer, y'all. I just do what I'm told. So, but I appreciate all the love that I see on social media. And so I think you guys will enjoy season 5. You'll see a lot more Rio. So it's gonna be good.
Man, I can't wait till you get the date so we'll be in tune and ready to watch it. I
Yes,
think that's
yes.
yeah,
It's
that's the
coming.
big anticipation. So what can we expect beyond this role once you finish up the season, wrap up taping and everything? Is there anything else that you already got on the horizon for the year
Not
2024?
not at the moment, but I'm really optimistic and hopeful for the future. We're just coming off a strike and the holidays, and so, auditions are going to ramp up. But my goal is always to do more TV shows and movies, and just show the versatility that I can bring to the table, you know, that's not Rio. And so that's the goal. Just keep grinding it out, and there'll be more, on top of season 6, 7, 8. You know what I'm saying? We're
There
gonna
you go.
claim that.
Hey, claim it. Yeah.
We're gonna claim that. But yeah, definitely more shows. I would love to do a comedy, like an Abbott Elementary, or do like a drama like Power. Get in that 50 Cent universe. So we'll see. We'll see what's on the horizon.
Okay, great. Look, hold tight. We're gonna take one more break, and I want to come back and ask you: do you have anything that you've been maybe working on or writing on, or because you inspired about around, but so many great actors and actors, so I'm sure something is kicking in your soul. So hold tight for me.
All right.
Hey, this is Stacy, aka Be Unstoppable Per You. Thank you for listening to our show, Spit to the Beat podcast. If you would like to be a sponsor, visit our website at www.spittothebeat.com and click the support tab and leave a donation. We really would appreciate it. Thank you again for listening. Also, catch every episode Thursday morning at 8 a.m. And welcome back to Spit to the Beat podcast. I'm your host, Stacey, aka Be Unstoppable Per You. And just like my thing just said, if you'd like to be a guest, let me know. Give me a call at 901-341-6777. We'd love to have you on the show, on the podcast. Now I'm back with my special guest, Arrington Foster. Hey, from the hit TV show, The Family Business, joining me live in the studio. I hope y'all are tuned in on Facebook and YouTube, and you're watching this and you're sharing it so we can get more information out about this actor who's doing his thing in LA. Hey man, like I left off talking about, the possibility of you got something in your soul or in your spirit that you may be even working on outside of the family business? Is that
You know,
possible?
I don't have anything at the moment. I'm really, I'm willing to collaborate for sure. I feel like there's a lot more stories that need to be told, and I would love to be a part of that. Going into 2024, there's so much going on in this climate and everything that's been going on, and so I just want to tell more stories. I think maybe at some point, when I get there in my career, maybe get into directing a little bit. But
Okay.
yeah, just focused on you know hustling for another show.
I think I think
So if you see me on the show, go ahead and tweet Netflix or HBO Max and Stars like you need to get him on there.
exactly. I think you getting definitely getting the exposure that you need with the family business and being in the arena of all those actors and actors that you know Hollywood knows about. And
Yeah.
now that you got your foot in the door, and you is there any way that you will be interested in coaching other actors coming up?
Ooh. Uh People want to listen to me.
Sure.
I'm listen, maybe I'll do a podcast or YouTube or something, because I love giving back and talking to, young black and brown kids, especially about, this industry and everything like that. I don't know if I'm fit to be an acting coach, but I can always give my solicit opinion. But we'll see what's coming. But I always invite fans and people to, never feel afraid to, if they see me, say hi. If you want to ask me a question, in my DMs, feel free. I'll talk to anybody.
Cool, cool. Now let's talk quickly about the industry, being in it. No,
Mhm.
sometimes Hollywood has a way of defining you versus you knowing who you are. And I think I seen you on one interview, you talked about remaining yourself. How
Mhm.
do Arrington Foster remain himself in the midst of the industry, not letting it change you?
Yeah, I think that for me, God is very important. So my spiritual life, just making sure I'm prayed up, you know, um, and always having my family, people that have known me, before the fame or family business, and are always there to like kind of keep me on track, because they'll humble me and remind me real quick who I am. But I always try to think that I stay humble. Shout out to my parents for putting down a great foundation for me and my siblings. But then honestly, and it's so funny that you mentioned that, Stacey. I have been going into this new year just way more tapped in, making sure that I'm waking up earlier, meditating, going to the gym, journaling, just doing things that are positive that feed my soul and my mind and my body. And I feel like that just breeds, that gratitude and that, I'm here, I'm ready to receive whatever blessings are coming. So I think for me, just making sure, because like you said, it's hard and it's so easy to compare your journey to other people,
Right.
especially in this day and age of Instagram and social media. And I believe everybody can win in this business. We can all have a piece of a pie. I think when I learn not to compare myself to someone else's journey, that helped shift the focus for me to be focused and just say, what's for me is for me, what's for them is for them, and my time is coming. And so just reminding myself those things, daily affirmations every morning, just hyping yourself up because you got to. I don't know if y'all watched the Emmys last night, but Niecy Nash, who won, congrats to Niecy. She had
Yeah.
an amazing, amazing speech. And we gotta hype ourselves up because no one knows what it takes but you. And I
And that's
love
so
that.
and that is so true. And I tell a lot of people that I run into, you got to encourage yourself. The Bible talks about David encouraged himself. So I
You
tell,
have to.
hey, yeah, because you need your own motivation when no one is speaking in your ear, and you need to keep moving forward. So that is great advice that you just share with us. Look, how can people get in contact with? How can they follow you? Where can they find you on social media platforms?
Yeah, Foster. Um, just you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Arrington Foster. I'm right there. And yeah, just stay on the lookout for more coming.
Season 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
There you go. Let's get into syndication.
There you go. All right. Look, I want to thank you for being my guest on Spit to the Beat podcast. I really do appreciate it, and I'm honored by it. Thank you, Miriam, for bringing him on Spit to the Beat podcast as well. She's a very, very special lady that we ran across, and she was a guest on my podcast. So I love her so much and thank her for being a part of, help supporting me. Thank you. Man, I wish you well. I wish you great success in 2024. I hope more roles open up for you, more acting shows and TVs and plots and all the great things that may come your way. If God
I
say the
appreciate
same.
that. Thank you
Great,
so
great.
much. And we'll come back when we got more to update.
Most
We'll hit up
definitely. Hey,
Miriam.
right. Cool. Hey, hold tight as I close out the show. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for watching Spit to the Beat podcast. I'm your host, Stacey, aka Be Unstoppable Per You. Join me next week for another live broadcast.